Oh, those cows.
Way to ruin the shot.
All right. So the Votatu, this is the M9L-G Mini, and it is a laser light combo. It's a cheap laser light combo, and I just wanted to go and throw it on this rifle to kind of see how it would hold up. It's got some pretty simple operations. You've got a button right here, that's for turning on, and then another button right here for switching modes. You can have just the laser on, or just the light on, or the laser and the light at the same time. So it's a beautiful sunset right now, and I wanted to put this thing to the test at night, so that's why we're out here when the sun's about to go down. But hopefully y'all will kind of be able to see a little bit here. I've got a I believe this is sighted in at 36 yards, so I also sighted in the laser at 36 yards. I will tell you right off the bat that the laser does not really stay zeroed, at least from up and down. It does stay zeroed side to side. I did back these screws all the way out, and I did put some Loctite on there, and now they're some blue Loctite, so now they're on there really tight, and even though they're still really tight, it's not exactly holding zero. It's good enough for a cheap red dot, or not red dot, but for a cheap laser slash light, especially with this very sleek design. I think it's good enough. You get what you pay for, in other words. So let me go ahead and just cycle through some modes real quick. So we've got, by the way, I positioned it on the rifle right here for a reason, because I can just extend my index finger over, and I can easily feel the on and off switch. So we've got the laser on right now, and then I can move my finger up just a little bit more, and I get the light. Sorry if that blinded you. And then, you can also, I'm not sure if the camera's picking that up, but I have the laser and light on right now. And now just back to the laser. So let me go ahead and I'm going to fire off. I've got, I don't know, I was just kind of sighting in. I really only have about like 3, 4, 5 maybe rounds left. So let me just fire those off real quick. It's a little bit more than 5 rounds. So it does stay on. I mean, it's holding up very nicely to the recoil. And I'll go ahead and switch it back over to the light. So that's mostly, though, what we're going to test out here. But let me go ahead and load up this magazine real quick, and we'll take some shots at steel in daylight just so you guys can see the laser in action. Alright, so I got a 20 round mag right here, and I'm at 36 yards. Now I'm just going to use the laser to aim. Show you guys that even though it doesn't maintain exact zero, it's close enough. So I don't know if you guys will be able to really see, but we've got the laser right on the target now, and let's take some shots. So it does kind of maintain zero. It's definitely staying on good enough. But I wouldn't trust this laser out any further than, say, 50 yards. Right here at 36 yards, it's doing okay. Really, no problems at all. I missed a couple times, but I'm not really the best, laser shooter in the world. I'm not Luke Skywalker here. Got it with the last shot. So that's the laser for you. Got some cows over there. Don't worry, I'm not pointing the gun at them. Plus, I don't have any ammo anyways. But the laser is very visible. Very, very visible. It is a strong laser. Unfortunately, it doesn't stay zero very well. I'd say that's probably the one downside to this laser light combo. I can see the laser probably, 3, maybe Yeah, probably about 300 yards in that tree line there. So it's a very powerful laser. And I can easily see it on the hillside way over there. So, alrighty. That's about it right now for some daylight shooting. Let's go ahead and wait for the sun to go down and we'll test out the flashlight. Oh, just real quick, there is one other feature. There is a strobe feature. So you double click and you can, I don't know if the camera's really picking it up, but the laser is on strobe right now. We'll go and switch that over to the light. And that light is on the strobe. Then you just go ahead and double click again and you got your regular constant beam there, as well as back to the laser. So, okay. Yeah, we'll wait for the sun to go down and do some night shooting. All right, so we're at 25 yards. I do not have a light on the target. I cannot actually see the target from here. I've got a light down there, and I'm just going to take some shots at 25, and then we'll just push it all the way back until I can't see the light anymore. But I will say, this light is pretty bright. I don't know if y'all will really be able to see this here, but it's got a very nice spill, and also a very nice beam. There's kind of a weird ring on the outside of the spill, but I can see very easily at 25 yards, so that's no big deal. So, excuse me. Let me go and take some shots then at 25, and then we'll push it back. Yeah, no big deal at all. All right, we're here at 36 yards. So, I'm gonna turn this thing on. Oh, that's the shrub. Okay, those cows are still going at it, but yeah, I can easily see the target. Not sure if it's gonna come up on camera, but let's go and take a few shots real quick at 36 yards. Alright. Just for the heck of it, let me see if I can use the laser. Actually. Alright. Yep, still hitting at 36 yards with the laser, so laser's staying sighted in. That's good. Alrighty. We'll go ahead and push it back now to 50 yards. Alright, here we are at 50 yards. Still hitting. Yeah, no problem. I think this is going to have no problem at 75, so I'm just going to go straight back to 100 yards. Whew. That's tough to see. All right. So I think about 100 yards is about the extent that you would really be able to make out a target. So let me go ahead and take some shots here. I'm also free-handing at 100 yards at about a 3/4 IPSC target, or maybe it's a 2/3 IPSC target, something like that. So it's not a very big target. but I should be able to hit it. There it is. Oh yeah. Missed a couple shots, but 100 yards is really no problem for this Votatu. I already forgot what it's called. The Mini GL9, something like that. But it's a good light. And definitely a good laser too. This laser is very bright. So just scanning the backdrop, I should say. I mean, I can see that laser no problem. I can even see it in the tree line, which at this point is probably 300 to 400 yards away. Very bright laser. Very cool. So, I like it. All right. All right. We're back inside just to take a closer look here at the Votatu M9L-G Mini. It says M9L right here without the G. I don't really know why they do that, but you can see right here on the other side that it is in fact an M9L-G Mini. So it's a very sleek looking, definitely a nice looking design. I think that's one thing that's really nice about this. It doesn't really look like a cheap, run of the mill light slash laser that you see on Amazon for around the same price. This is about $50. I've seen it for cheaper. I've seen it for a little bit more, but I think I picked it up for just under 50. It was like $48 or something like that. Let's just go over kind of the only con I can really think of, which is the fact that the laser didn't really stay zeroed very well. And I know this because, as I'm looking through the LPVO right here, and it's once you have your optic sighted in, it's easy just to line the laser up with the optic. But whenever I would adjust, like say the windage, it would also kind of adjust the elevation. So then you'd go to adjust the elevation and it would kind of adjust the windage. And so you kind of go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth until you finally, get it zeroed with the optic, at least good enough. I think right now it's basically good enough. But then once I started shooting it, it kind of moved around a little bit as well. So that's kind of what I mean by it doesn't quite stay zeroed. However, zeroed at 36 yards, I was having no problem hitting that steel target. And quite honestly, I don't really think you're ever going to use a laser further than 36 yards. It's kind of pointless to use the laser past a certain distance. Lasers are obviously more for close range. So long range applications doesn't really exactly apply to a laser. By the way, yes, this is loaded. It's coming out of a system. This is my main go to war weapon, so it is always loaded. It is not chambered right now, so all of you safety police out there, you could calm down. All right, I'm not gonna shoot my neighbor or anything like that. So anyways, back to the Votatu here. The buttons are really nice. You have two buttons down here, and this one right here activates the laser slash light, and then this button over here changes the modes, and then you have a magnetic charger, and then as you can see your elevation is right there, and then windage is right there. And it does look kind of blue, like they have some thread locker in there. I did not do that. It came from the factory with this blue thread locker. However, that stuff, sorry, my phone just buzzed. That stuff sucks, and it didn't do anything to actually lock the threads down. So I actually backed out these little screws right here, and I put some actual Loctite, some blue Loctite on there, and then put them back in. So now when I adjust them, the screws don't move at all. However, like I was saying, the only con being that it does seem to not stay zeroed, internally. So there's really nothing I can do. Longtime viewers of the channel will know that I am a big Olight fanboy. So much so that I got the 2001 Elite patch right here. How did I get this? Well, I think I ordered way too many Olights, and they were like, man, we should send this guy out a patch. I love Olight, and they're not super overpriced at all. But I just kind of wanted to go with something a little different. And at $50, it's about half the price of your typical Olight, which usually runs about $100. So this was just kind of an option that I wanted to try out, and I'm really glad I did because it seems to work just fine. So just going to go over, your operation here. So like I was saying, you click on this button right here, and it turns on. Let's see, I just got the light on right now. But then you can click the mode button, and you'll cycle through. Right now the laser is on. The camera's not really going to pick it up, but go and click the mode again, and now you can definitely see the laser. But this laser is actually very bright. I had no problem seeing the laser way out past than what I would actually use it for. So you go ahead and press the mode button, and we're back to the flashlight, and that's basically where I keep it. I actually don't really use lasers that much. I think they're kind of gimmicky. They're not really that practical. For the military applications, sure, you can use lasers for all sorts of different things, but for your average guy or gal, I don't think you're really going to be using the laser too much, so I just keep it on the flashlight. Big pro for me. When using like a home defense or self-defense weapon of some sort, you actually, you want to be able to maintain the element of surprise if you haven't already given yourself away. Just to show you guys how quiet it really is. So I have it close to the lapel mic right now. And I mean, it's pretty much silent. There is no sounds, no clicking on and off or anything. So I really like the fact that the button is completely silent. I really wish that more, flashlights or more weapon lights would be silent like that, because like I was saying, sometimes you just want to maintain the element of surprise. The magnetic charging is really nice, actually. It's not as nice as, say, Olight's magnetic charging, but it's nice enough. It works. It's kind of a cheaper sort of magnetic charger. By the way, let's just go ahead and take a look at the box real quick so we can see the magnetic charger. It doesn't really come with much, but what does it really need to come with? I think it does come with the Allen wrench to adjust the laser, as well as a separate Allen wrench for the M-lock screws right here. By the way, having the fact that it mounts straight to the M-lock slots are really nice, because you save a little bit of space. For example, if it was mounted to the rail, it would be shifted down just a little bit. So I really like the fact that it goes straight into the M-lock slots. But this right here is the magnetic charger, and it's just one of these pretty simple looking, magnetic chargers. It just, snaps right onto there. So that's really nice. As far as battery life goes, it hasn't really died on me or anything. I've actually been using this for a couple of months now. I think I was honestly one of the first ones to get it, because I didn't see any reviews on YouTube on this Votatu M9L-G, and I think actually just right before I started filming this video, of course, Mr. 704 Tactical. I love that guy, but gosh darn it, he beat me to the punch, and I think he's actually sponsored by Votatu, which is cool. I mean, good for him. He's got that sponsorship, because they seem like a great company, and so they sent him out like their whole wide array of various lighting systems and lasers and stuff, and he just kind of did like a quick video on a bunch of them. But this one right here, I just wanted to make a specific video on, because so far it's just been doing really well. I wanted to get it for this rifle, which I just built. This is actually kind of part 3 of the rifle build. I did a video on the rifle, a video on the suppressor, and now I'm doing a video right here on this Votatu. I really like how the screws right here are actually kind of shifted towards the back here because it allows for the light right here to kind of stick a little bit forward past the handguard. And actually with the you know, about 1,000 or so rounds I've put through this suppressor on this rifle with the light attached, you know, this suppressor has gotten very hot and it has not affected the Votatu M9L-G one bit. Maybe one con is the name. It's kind of annoying having to say M9L-G, but whatever. Anyways, but yeah, this is the Mini. It's 550 lumens, so it's not incredibly bright. They have a larger one that's I think like 1450, and they have another one that's like 1600 lumens. Who knows if that's actually the real amount of lumens that this thing's putting out? But I would say compared to other lights that are about 500 to 600 lumens, you know, for example, a lot of O lights are 600 lumens. Yeah, I mean, that's probably about what this is, you know, 550. But I do really like the compactness of this weapon light right here, as well as the fact that it's only 550 lumens. I actually don't really want a super bright light that can shine out to 1,000 yards or something like that. No light out there can actually do that, but say to 500 yards or something like that. But 550 lumens for indoors, you know, because I feel like that this is kind of my main home defense rifle right here. I don't really want to be lighting up my house with a, 1,600 lumen, 2,000 lumen, or something like that, weapons light, and just blinding the heck out of everybody and everything that's inside the room. So 550 really is absolutely perfect. So I guess that's really about it. I just wanted to do a somewhat quick video, at least quicker than a lot of my other videos on this Votatu M9L-G Mini, and I just highly recommend it. 2 thumbs up. So that's about it. Thank you very much for watching.